Pyrenees are mountains, and mountains are a good place to study the effects of global change in natural communities.
Hi, my name is Tong.
Hi, my name is Xiang Tian.
My name is Shah.
I'm Cheryl and I'm the winner of the 2016 HSBC NYAA Youth Environmental Award. So we're actually here to understand the biodiversity in the Andorran Pyrenees. We would like to track the changes in the Pyrenees.
What we have done in the past few days is to hike up the mountains and investigate several sites for the biodiversity of the plant species and also animal species.
We will set insect traps. We actually set 3 different plates and lay it in different sites of the meadows.
Another type of trap, which I've been doing more, is the Malay traps. So it's basically a tent-like structure. Mixing the 2 different kinds of traps together can give a more complete picture of all the insects that are around.
Insects are very important since they have a short lifespan. They might react faster to changing conditions.
For the small mammal traps, we will include baits such as apple slices and tuna, luring the small mammals into the traps, and if we catch any of them, we would actually take them out, we will measure them, weigh them, and tag them for future references.
Snow beds are the last permanent snow of the year, and here, yes, due to increasing temperatures, snow beds are disappearing. And that means that most probably all these small, tiny plants that are linked to the presence of snow beds will disappear.
When we went up to the snow bed, we had to really go down on our knees to count one by one what the species are.
All the plants actually look somewhat the same. Learning how to identify the different plants was very new and interesting. The trip has been very inspiring and exciting because every day we are doing more and more challenging things. We have been hiking up and down and all around the Andorran Pyrenees.
Going around to hunt for the bird boxes and also measuring the growth of trees. We had to use a GPS device to locate ourselves. That was a bit of a challenge because of the terrain.
Every day is like a challenge to me. The mountains here are very steep and the weather here can be very diverse. One day it could be raining and the other day it could be sunny.
Apart from the field work that we do every day, we also have to do lab work. We were scanning the camera trap photos. In total, I think I scanned more than 9,000 photos. I had about 90 recorded sightings.
Whenever we saw an animal, we actually would call for Albert. He actually had infographic books with him that showcase like the animals, how it typically looks like, and what is the scientific name, what it eats.
And we also see some very interesting things that are caught in the camera, like random hikers walking around, and there are also animals who strike perfect poses.
It's really interesting to understand how our data collection will affect the studies of the scientists.
And the researchers, they have given us a lot of valuable experiences. They are never afraid to share any of their experiences. Very nice, very thoughtful as well, and we can always ask them for help whenever we need to.
So one of the big things I tell my students about environmental science in general and studying it is that we are a living experiment, that we are currently living in the changes that are happening. I can share with my students what is in a news article, but those things have already happened. And so it's really important to me for you to be in the field because we're seeing it in real time. What's really impressed me about the Singaporean students so far is that you all are really committed and passionate about making a change that is for the better for the global environment, starting in Singapore.
We are surprised on how worried they are, and we are really and positively surprised about the way they help. Projects focused on climate change in natural environments can take a lot of time because these changes are not from one year to the other. It's a long-term trend. So species need to feel the changes. They have to have time to react. Science can be hard. It's monotonous because you have to do the same thing many times. You need to have lots of data to have robust results. And that means going to the sites to do similar things. We have 100 trees, so we have to go and measure 100 trees, for example.
It can be quite demoralizing when you work with them because you are one of the award winners of an environmental award. But when you come here, you realize that your knowledge is only 0.1% at least of what these people know and what these people have experienced. I think that is the exact point of why we are here, which is to learn more, to experience more. All this while we are in Singapore, we inform people, we educate people about the different environmental issues that we have. But when we talk about global warming, and then when we come here and we see the ice caps melting right in front of our eyes, it's demoralizing in that sense as well, because we know that we may not be doing what we can fast enough to actually save the environment.
What I will take away is the spirit of the climate scientists, because whether rain or shine, they will still have to and want to go out to the field. Helping them out in their research is very different from what I normally do, and I think that I can try to replicate some of what they do here in Singapore to better understand the impacts on the wildlife in Singapore.
Working with the scientists, right, it actually deepened my faith in wanting to understand about the environment, and also like wanting to learn more about environment through hands-on practical data collection.
We don't have much interaction with our natural environment in our classrooms. And so what I personally would like is to inspire more hands-on experiences where people can get in touch with nature and at the same time learn about environmental issues through similar experiences like these.
You might think you were just one person trying to do something and you were alone, and maybe you knew a few people but not really who cared about the environment. But I think what the students will really take away, that there exist people all over the globe that are really passionate, fighting for the same great cause that they are, so that they should just keep in their own special ways, using their own talents, just keep working towards making the planet better.